Do you sometimes wonder the difference between coaching, therapy, and spirituality? Then this video is for you, because I'm going to explain the difference from my understanding, from my perspective. My name is Suzanne. Welcome to CEO Life But Better. That's my channel, and I'm here for you as a CEO to help you have an easier life. So I want to start with coaching and therapy. I myself am not a therapist. I have my background in coaching. I was working as a personal development specialist for years in the automobile industry, and I am a trained coach as well. But I do feel for the things that I want to say in this video that there is quite some similarity between coaching and therapy. So the thing you need to know about coaching and therapy is that it operates on the basis of the mind or the emotions, or both, hopefully both, because they are connected, right? So whenever you talk about things like, this is my belief and I have to change my belief from a negative to a positive one, so this will help me create a better life. Yes, that's mind stuff. That's psychology, yeah? Or if you're talking about childhood wounds, like, oh, I had such a bad childhood, I was abandoned, I was never seen for what I was, or whatever, yeah? If you're going into that stuff, it's old pain, it's old when you've been hurt as a child. That's emotional stuff, and it's very often it's connected to our self-image, our image about ourselves, like, I've always been poor, I'll never be rich because I grew up like that. That could be kind of an interconnection between, you know, the hurt, the pain of being poor, and the limiting belief. It is a limiting belief that you're never gonna be rich because of your upbringing, because you were raised like that, because your parents never had a lot of money, blah blah blah. But you're able to overcome that with, you know, doing some inner work. Call it therapy, call it coaching, I don't know. But it's the inner work that you're doing on the basis of your mind and of your emotions, basically. And, you know, when you're at a very bad state, I want to call it like that because it's for me personally the deepest level, lowest level of victimhood, is to say, like, I was raised like that, that's why it will never change for me. But that's unfortunately how many people operate. They're maybe not even aware of that, right? So, but this keeps you stuck. This keeps you stuck because you believe what you believe, and that's what you create in your life, and you're not getting any further with that. If you maybe reach that point where you went beyond that and where you know, okay, but I can change what I believe, so I can think something better. So maybe like, yeah, I was a poor child, but I still have the ability now as a grown-up to create something else for myself. Then you're already one step further. But if there is still like old pain holding you back, and that's still, you know, something you'd have to work on. You'd have to transform, to let go of. That's that kind of mind, emotional work that you're doing there, right? Let me know please in the comments, have you ever been to coaching sessions or therapy, and what's your experience? How effective have they been for you? How much of a change did you experience while you were doing that? let me tell you about spirituality. Spirituality goes beyond the mind. It's a completely different, I'd say, chapter. Because it doesn't operate on thinking anymore. You're not thinking your way into spirituality. Spirituality is much more you experiencing yourself as your true being, because you're not thinking. You can only experience yourself as your true being, as that which you truly are, when you're not thinking. Because then you feel that there is connection, that you are actually a part of what we call the universe, the energy that's surrounding you. It's not only surrounding you, you are part of that energy, right? Or what we call God or whatever. That is a completely different story. As I said, you're not getting there with the mind. It's transcending the mind. That's something else. So in terms of beliefs, like as I said before, when you want to turn a limiting belief, like I'm always poor, into I am rich, that's the mind stuff that you maybe would do in therapy or coaching. But in spirituality, you don't think at all. You don't need to think. You just are. It's being. It's pure being, right? And this opens a completely new space for you to operate in your life, because now you're getting access to information. You know, basically everything is kind of, how do I want to put that, kind of stored as an information in the field, everything. And the more you transcend your mind, the more you get access to that kind of information, which can help you and lead you and strengthen your intuitive guidance on your way to reach your targets, to reach your goals. And it's not your goals anymore, because they are not even coming from the mind. They are coming from, I don't know, a source, your soul. It's that part, that who you truly are. And you just know that's the way I have to go. That's what I want to create in my life. But it's not a mind-based thing. It's because God is talking to you in visions, and they are coming back over and over again, and you just can't escape. You just can't avoid seeing it. So at some point you have to leave psychology, therapy, coaching, mind and emotional stuff behind, because it's not taking you any further. And that happens naturally, because at some point there is not much thinking anymore, and there is not much emotion anymore, there is not much pain to work through anymore. Maybe it's like not coming back, but once you opened a new chapter of your life, then there's new issues coming up that haven't been activated before, right? That's very much possible. But once you've reached that point, you gotta let go of that kind of work and step into spirituality, which is beyond the mind. I said that, but I want to emphasize it. It's beyond the mind, right? So you gotta let go of the mind stuff to really step into your full potential. Because imagine having all these informations, or having access to all this kind of information that are meant to reach you. You're not getting everything. You're getting information that is meant for you, that the spirit wants you to know. because it has something to do with your path, with your life, right? And it's your task to find out what exactly. So yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes that takes a while. Yeah, but really, that's where you can live. Finally start living your full potential, because now you're a more and more conscious and aware creator of your life. Before, you started at victimhood level, and then you evolved, but finally you're consciously creating your life, kind of, I'd say, co-creating, because you're working with the universe. So bye for now. I'll see you in the second part.